Hello everyone, welcome to my channel for nursing exams learning. So this is the part 3 of our previous video, schizophrenia, and today we will discuss one question related to schizophrenia. Previous videos also we have discussed questions as well as the topic areas. So we'll start. A client with schizophrenia is started on clozapine. Which periodic measurements take priority in the client? So the question said that the client with schizophrenia started on clozapine. Maybe you don't have a clear idea about clozapine or its side effects or its indications and some of the risk or toxic effect. Even though you can answer this question, because see the second part of question they said which periodic measurements take priority in the client. So the question already said that when a client is prescribed with clozapine or when a client is taking clozapine, they should have undergone a periodic measurements of some of the blood values and some of the lab tests. So out of these examinations, which examination result will take the priority or will show a very risk toxic effect that's supposed to inform the healthcare provider immediately to prevent further complications? That the question asks. Is that clear? We'll see the options. First one, complete blood count and absolute neutrophil count. Option 2, ECG and blood pressure. Option 3, fasting blood glucose and fasting lipid panel. Option 4, height, weight and waist circumference. So what do you think, which could be the right option or which could be the more serious thing that we should have an eye on this periodic measurements period? I hope definitely most of you can eliminate the option last, weight, height and the height with circumference. When I will see all these options, you may feel the same that it is not that much prioritized or it is not that much serious, especially during a periodic measurement time. So we'll just eliminate option 2 for now and we'll see. Then the another option is that fasting blood glucose and fasting lipid panel. Excuse me. So what do you know about this fasting blood glucose and fasting lipid panel related to clozapine? Usually when the client who is taking this clozapine, they might have a hyperglycemia and they may have dyslipidemia. That is some of the potential side effects of this medication, and also they have weight gain. So these are some of the common side effects or the expected side effects. But we didn't say that this should not be provide any intervention or that should not require any intervention. It require intervention. But compared to other options, when we will see it is not that much priority. So we will just keep the option 3 and we will see the option 2, ECG and blood pressure. So what do you know about clozapine connection with the ECG and blood pressure? One of the side effect or the potential side effect of clozapine that orthostatic hypotension and prolonged QT interval. So the client who is on clozapine therapy should have a ECG before initiating the therapy and at least 1 or 2 in a week, so we can identify how the ECG waves or whether there is any prolonged QT interval or whether the client have an orthostatic hypotension. Because if the client have orthostatic hypotension, we should educate the client that whenever they are moving or they are coming out of the bed, they should take precautions. They should take precautions or some of the safety measures. So now we know the 3 options and why these options given, or why these measurements or periodic examinations are doing on a client who is taking clozapine or a client who is on clozapine therapy. We'll see the option 1. Complete blood count and absolute neutrophil count. So what do you know about this particular point? Yes, this is our answer. I will say. Because the client who is on clozapine therapy, there is a chance of developing agranulocytosis. So how? Usually this clozapine is not the primary or the initial treatment for schizophrenia. When the client is not responding to the common standard or more traditional treatment, or when the schizophrenia is resistant to normal therapy, the client will start with the clozapine therapy. See, understand the situation. If other standard treatments or traditional medications or treatments are effective, we will not, or the client will not prescribe with the clozapine. When all the normal standard or traditional treatment are not effective or not responding appropriately, as another measure, the client will start with the clozapine. The main problem with the clozapine is that development of an agranulocytosis. Actually, this clozapine is an atypical antipsychotic medications. But the risk related to this one is agranulocytosis. Agranulocytosis means in which there is an absolute neutrophil count will be less than 100 per microliter of blood. So before initiating the therapy, the client should have a baseline of WBC count of more than 4,000. We know that a normal WBC count is between 4,000 and 11,000, and the client should have an absolute neutrophil count of more than 2,000. So after starting the therapy, while we are doing the periodic measurement, while we are doing the periodic examination, if we found if the WBC is dangerously low, the therapy should stop and the client should start the treatment for other problems. Because when the agranulocytosis, or when in the agranulocytosis we said that there is a very dangerous low level of WBC and absolute neutrophil count. So when the WBC will be less, or when the neutrophil count will be less in the body, what will happen? Infection. So if we will not treat, it will lead to septicemia and client may eventually die due to this problem. So if the client who is on clozapine therapy, if they develop any sore throat, or if they develop any fever, or if they show any signs and symptoms of infection, which means that the client is going to show the symptoms of agranulocytosis, which is a life-threatening condition, and the healthcare provider should immediately report if the client develops any of these symptoms. Then only we can prevent further consequences. So that is the point related to this particular question. So that's why our answer is option 1. Actually, this ECG, we said that there will be prolonged QT interval, and the blood pressure, there is a potential complication, that orthostatic hypertension. That is also a problem. That is also should require intervention. But compared to this all, agranulocytosis is more serious, or this is life-threatening. That's why we will inform this one, or we will take this as the priority. See, the question, they gave a keyword that priority. Whenever you will see a question with the priority, always you should understand one thing, that the options given all are correct related to that particular topic or related to that particular medication. But out of all the options, one will be more serious, or one will require more priority treatment compared to other 3. ECG also should take care, that also need intervention. Blood pressure also need intervention, we said that safety measures. Then the hyperglycemia, if developed, that also need intervention. If dyslipidemia, that also need intervention. There is a chance of weight gain, that is also a potential side effect of clozapine therapy, that also need intervention. But compared to all this, agranulocytosis is more risky, and that is more serious and dangerous life-threatening situation. So it's clear. So our answer is option 1. So bye for today. I hope the question that we discussed is very clear to you, and we have discussed all the points related to this clozapine therapy. I have seen many questions related to the clozapine therapy. That's why I asked these questions today. So please review. If you didn't feel comfortable or if you have any doubts, please mention in the comment box and we will discuss more. So bye for now.